Boys and girls of the moto world, what's going on, you crazy kids? Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys coming by as always. I want to try something a little new, man. I'm not sure what the rules are with this kind of thing, if people are doing it or if they're not doing it, if these content creators are okay with it or if they're not. There's one way to find out. And I guess we're about to find out. I want to react to some press day footage, man. I think this would be a cool little weekly thing that we could do as a channel, as a community. I know you guys are going to watch the videos. I'm going to watch the videos. Why don't we watch them together? And as I do on my reaction channel, I'm going to put the original links for the videos that we are watching in the description of my video. So please, please go support those guys. Go support Vital. Go support Racer X. Those are the two videos that we're checking out today. But everybody, man, Roto Moto, all those guys, anybody, that is the engine of this sport, man. Without all of those guys, moto just doesn't grow the way that we need it to grow. So anyways, I guess we'll find out if this is okay or not. Here goes nothing. Let's check it out, man. If you guys are new around here, subscribe to the channel. Join our awkward little family.
All right, Jeremy Martin here. Obviously got that win at the end of the main event, the third main event last week. Talk a little bit about that and the confidence going into this weekend. Obviously love this place. More of an outdoors. Kind of talk about the momentum from the win last week.
Yeah, for sure. The win was nice. Obviously, we saw everybody kind of went down. It was like in my head when I was riding, I was like, dude, I just shake and baked underneath the tunnel, man. It was like Smitty went down, Mosman, and then I got Tom, and I was like, dude, no way. And then I was like, there's no way I'm going to win this thing. And the next thing you know, I heard the crowd go,
you know, I got to say real quick, I absolutely hate the whole, well, he only won because he got a bunch of gifts. He got a bunch of gifts. That's why he plays so well. No, nope. Do you know why? Because if he crashed, we would be shatting all over him for crashing. You got to be better. You got to be smarter. Chase Sexton, example A. You know what I mean? If you're crashing all the time, you're going to get ridiculed for it. So if you stay up, you deserve whatever position you get. The guys that fell, that's on them, man. You didn't get any gifts. I hate that. There's not enough building up of these riders, man, at any level. It's all about, well, you could do this a little better. Well, you could do this a little better. Well, you got to fix that to compete here. You got to do this. You got to do that. Constantly picking apart everything they do. But when they stay up and get a great finish and people fell down, well, they only placed there because of all the guys that yarded themselves on the way to the checkered flag. I don't agree with that. I absolutely hate that. J-Mar earned that win. Period.
oh, and then Thrasher's down in the whoops, and like my mechanic didn't put on the board that I was winning because he thought that maybe it might be a little too heavy. So I don't know. I was excited about it.
Smart.
And, I definitely had a little more spring in my step this week, and Daytona's here, so we're ready to see what we can do.
What's your mindset coming into this weekend here at Daytona? A little bit of an outdoorsy kind of track. You've done well at speedways in Atlanta in the years past. I guess what's your mindset
Must be
coming
Thrasher.
in here?
Yeah, well, we're just trying to come in here and do the best we can. Definitely the goal is to win. Feeling good on the bike right now. Just got to clean up a couple things. Felt really good last weekend. I wish I could have got that third main event win, but
oh, those are going to get gnarly.
It falls that way sometimes, but yeah, we made up for it. We got the win, and I'm pumped. We just got to keep it going, keep the momentum turning in the right way, but I feel good. So yeah, should be good. I've done good at Atlanta before. I've won there twice, and almost been on the podium a couple times. So yeah, I'm very comfortable on the speedway. So yeah, it should be good.
Yeah,
let's go, Nate.
Just getting healthy again after A2. Oakland went well enough, and you know, I've already talked to Nate about it before leading up to Oakland. Like, look, if that's an opportunity, actually they came to me with it, and it's like, look, if you want to do it, we'll support it. So I'm not going to shy away from going racing. Enjoy it. We have very minimal time on the bike, but yeah, I mean, like I said, who knows if I'm ever going to have this opportunity again. So
facts.
I jumped to it. Never would have thought I would be racing a factory 450 on Supercross.
So awesome, man.
Even in outdoors.
Where do you guys got RJ finishing? Let me know in the comments. Where do you got RJ? Top 10? Top 15? What do you think? What do you think? Because I said the other day he has quite a bit of time on the bike. I might have been wrong on that. You got to think he's been racing 250 West. My point to that was he was almost going to be on that 450 for outdoors, and it didn't end up going that way. But yeah, I guess especially on Supercross, right? pretty much no time on the bike. So I don't know, man. I still think he's damn near top 10, if not in the top 10.
Like I said, just I'm here to learn as much as I can. Really not too scared of it. Everybody says they would do it until that opportunity actually shows up, and then a lot of them pile back out. But we're here. We're going racing. Yeah, just thanks to the whole guys to kind of give me a shot at it.
Really excited for Daytona Supercross. I've been a part of this program and track design for many, many years, and it's very similar to last year, which we all know how well that track raced, and all we can do is hope that it races the same. I'm excited. It's been an incredible year of racing, especially the front three runners, so I don't expect anything last year.
Grand Marshal for this event for the first time. Talk us about that process a little bit.
No way!
Being able to say you're Grand Marshal.
What?
Yeah, obviously Daytona is such a special place for me from getting the win in 2018. And even before that, just driving through the tunnel, racing here. I'm a big four-wheel fan as well, NASCAR fan. So obviously this is the place, you know, the 500. And so
No
always
way.
was super iconic. And then to get a win here.
Dude, if you guys have never been, to Daytona Speedway, you got to put it on the bucket list, man. I'm telling you, it is such a just top tier, man. The facility itself, the history, you got to take the whole tour. You got to do the whole deal. I'm telling you, man. I was there a couple of years ago and watched them build the Supercross track. It's an experience, bro.
And so always was super iconic. And then to get a win here was just really special. And the whole Daytona sports group and everybody with the Speedway has just went over and above of what I ever expected, just the way they've treated me since I won. And then this year they reached out and is the first ever Grand Marshal, which is super cool, you know.
Super cool, man.
Obviously doing a lot of broadcasting stuff with Race Day Live and all that, so been at the races quite a bit anyways, which I love. But to be here for this and get to ride a little bit, going to do a lap and for the broadcast, and then going to ride press with everyone. So
no way.
It's been a while since I've rode, so make sure I remember how to do this. But yeah, thanks to Honda and everybody for getting me a bike dialed in, and everyone with Daytona International Speedway, and for really just treating the winners so special. Man, that's really cool.
Oh, man. Yo. Bro, this track is going to be gnarly. Look at that rut from press. Oh, damn. It is kind of trippy, man. It is kind of trippy seeing the exact same layout all over again. Deja vu. Bro, oh my God. rock. Let's go, Kenny. Little inside action. All right. Bro, look at the face of that tunnel already. Oh my God. Dylan? Okay. That's so cool, man. I wish Jet would have done the same thing, but oh well. Let's go, Chase. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It's so crazy. You see the oops. You see the ruts on the face of that tunnel, and then another in that other corner, and then you see the face of this triple right here, and it looks like glass. Look at that. Look at how slick that looks. The amount of variety in what these guys have underneath them around this place. It's madness, man. How come nobody's throwing some fatties? It's press day, bro. Give the press something to look at, you know? You take yourself too seriously. I'm just kidding. Jacob! I like it. Kenny looks good, man. There we go. Greasy. Bro, is everybody riding press? Did you listen to this thing? Oh, yo, this is press day? Oh my God. Oh man. Bro. That thing sounds angry. Look at the lip. Oh my. Oh, this is gonna get gnarly. Let's go, Kenny. See, look at the lip. Yeah, the wall jump. Oh, man. Dylan, really? Is he good? Bro, he just got ragdolled. Oh, I hope he's okay. Deegan! Bro, that's what I'm talking about. It's press day, fellas. Stop taking yourself so damn seriously. Go throw some fatties. And that does so much just for your confidence, man. If you take it so seriously from the moment you get on the track, you're never going to loosen up. I think that's genius, man. I've been seeing him do this the last few weekends. Just go get greasy, man. You know? It's press day. Give the press something to clip. Go give these guys some thumbnails, bro. I mean, my God. I'm going to put that in my thumbnail. I don't know, man. I think that that's such a smart thing to do for your confidence and for the whole vibe. Stop taking it so seriously. Go throw some fatties. Go get loose. Come on, man. Let's go, Mosey. Hunter. HJ. Bro, those whoops are gonna get gross. Yeah, did you see the face of that tunnel? Oh my God. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let's go, Hunter. Hunter. Hello, mate. Chance. Smitty. Let's go, fellas. Jamar. I thought somebody else was yard sailing. Mr. Blows. Welton. Talon. Let's go, boys. Mr. Vial. Very interested to see how Tom does, man. And Chance. He looks so good on the bike, bro. I love Hymus's style. I wonder if this is gonna be it, man. I just hate that they're... I don't know. I guess we'll see. Ansty. The Deeks. Give him one. Give him one. Oh, come on. Let's go, Smitty. I see big things. Bro, this track is going to be... Oh, my Lord. Let's go, Talon. Okay, Nate. Alrighty then. And then there's this guy. Whatever, Hunter. Whatever, dude. Oh, man. Bro, that track is going to be gross. Oh, I'm scared for them, man. Oh, my God. I don't know if we're going to watch all of this one, but Vital's video is pretty long this week, so let's just check it out. Let's check it out. Why not? I hope it's all right with these guys. I'm going to, I'm going to put the links for their videos in the description. I guess we'll find out. Hopefully we can do this every week. I don't know. We'll see.
So when we spoke last week on press day, we talked basically just a lot about how much you're enjoying it, and based on the announcement we got.
I love how much Eli hates interviews.
Echoing the sentiment.
Yeah.
Are you still going, just enjoying it that much that
Yeah.
you're signing back up for some more?
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's it, man. Like I said, signed up for motocross and SMX, so keep her going.
Nice. So we're here at Daytona. Everybody kind of has their own spin on what to do to get ready for Daytona. You're always kind of on your own, so we don't see maybe as much on social media and things like that from other riders. Do you mix up your test track at all at home? Do you mix a little outdoor section in, or at this point,
Kenny.
do you kind of know it well enough it doesn't really do it for you?
Yeah, I do mix in like a sand wash section at my track at home, and but to be honest, my secret to Daytona is there's no secret. You just got to ride it. Just don't overthink it, man. You got to ride it. You can try so many different things for this track, and a lot of times things don't work out. So you just got to ride it, and this race is truly about the rider.
Is that one of the things the experience has just brought? Have you at any point early in your career maybe overthought this race, overthought the testing, spent 2 weeks coming up with a setting, and then show up and go,
Correct.
yeah, it doesn't work?
Good. Yep, I've been there, done that, and by the end of the night show, we're back to our Supercross bike. So that's why you just have to adapt to the track and just ride it.
So there's been a few people that have been kind of like, it's the same layout as last year. I thought.
Let's go, Christian.
I thought last year's was one of the better ones we kind of out. Are you cool with seeing it again? Did you like last year's layout that we basically have back this year?
I guess it's a change up, as in that we've never really raced the same track twice, so that's kind of interesting to see just how things fall that way. But this place changes so much that even though it's the same basic layout, the ruts are going to form a lot different. The bumps, I don't think this place could ever be replicated. So
yeah,
even though it's the same general layout, it's not going to race the same probably.
That's a great point. That's a great point. That's a great point. Everybody's making such a big deal about the same layout, and I even said it's going to be very interesting. But he's right, man. At the end of the day, it's probably going to race completely different. Completely different.
The championship starts at Daytona.
Let's go, Kenny. Kenny looks good.
Actually, a tick earlier in the season it used to be. You do well here.
Dino?
Does that motivate you all? Do you get kind of into that thing, or nah?
Yeah. I mean, I need to take advantage of it. I definitely need to take advantage of my strong points right now, and this track should be one for me.
Yeah, I'd like to win. I would like to win and win the championship. Yes.
I would say one of the toughest things with this championship so far between yourself, Chase, and Cooper is, other than your early race.
Shout out! I'm sorry to keep pausing, but I gotta shout out Michael Lindsay. I gotta shout out Weege, everybody, Dark Side, all these guys that this is their job. I don't think I could do this, man. I don't think I could do this, especially ML. Michael Lindsay owned a team. He knows what it's like to deal with the media from the other end. You know what I mean? It's interesting that he chose to go this route after experiencing that, to be honest with you, but he's very good at it. He's very good at it. He's super well spoken. And yeah, I'm a big ML fan. I'm a big fan of all the media guys. Again, if Moto's ever going to go where we want it to go, we have to support Vital. We have to support Racer X, all the other channels that are putting out good moto content. It's a lot of work, man. These guys work their tails off. Swap Moto is a big one. Love Swap Moto.
And this track should be one for me.
I would say one of the toughest things with this championship so far between yourself, Chase, and Cooper is, other than your early races, none of you have really broken away for more than one race in a row. It's been hard to get that momentum.
Yeah.
Do you think you can get it started tonight? Do you think you can get it going the next couple rounds, or do you kind of foresee this championship continuing to be like that?
That's the kind of question, right? Like, he has to ask it. You have to ask that question. But you know what the answer is going to be. He would, yeah. I hope I can get it started tonight and win the race, and then win next week. That would be great.
It's a tough question. I don't know. I don't know, but try to take advantage of this track, like I said.
Cool. Last one. Anything you've changed up the last week or two, or been pretty smooth sailing for the most part?
Smooth sailing, yeah. Yeah, not much change.
So, we talked earlier, you said you have not done Daytona since 50s. It is a sketchy race to do as an amateur a little bit, but is it any better on big bikes? What was the experience like?
Oh, yeah, I mean, the track's awesome. It's sick, so I'm having a good time out there. The rhythms are fun, and
that's my favorite star kit right there. That's my favorite star kit. I don't know why. I love that kit. What's your favorite star kit? Let me know.
The track's awesome. It's sick, so I'm having a good time out there. The rhythms are fun, and it's technical, though. We're going to have to be strong and use our heads. Tomorrow, the track's going to get chewed up, so we're going to be looking for good lines, and yeah, overall, it looks good.
It looks like there's a lot of things in some of the rhythms that pull you off balance pretty easily. Do you have to watch for that?
Yeah, definitely. I did this little double, and my front tire instantly grabbed a rut out of nowhere, and I almost fell. But besides that, yeah, things just kind of grab you when you're not expecting it. So
there you go.
Anything that we only rode the second half of the track day. Anything that you saw on it that's going to be kind of a make it or break it for the 250s come race time?
I've seen a few lines. There's a few things out there that I think I could do that will help. So, yeah. But riding smooth is just going to be the way to do it this race. And some of these guys these guys on the podium are going so fast right now that they can make mistakes and still do good. So it's kind of hard right now to get past that level. I got to get to their speed still. But I think once I get my speed a little better, it's gonna be good.
Scoop tire for first qualifying?
Oh yeah, so we got the scoop tire on. I think I might leave it on all night. I think it might be the move, just being able to dig around the track. I mean, the rhythms and everything are super soft, so I think the paddle tire is gonna be the move.
Yeah.
So Daytona.
Man, bro. Listen, I've talked about it ad nauseum, and I'm sure some of you guys are sick of hearing me talk about the kid, but it's just, as a dad, man, it's so impressive to me. The head that this kid has on his shoulders, the perspective, the ability to acknowledge that those podium guys are riding the ragged edge, and they can do that. He's not quite there yet. If he can match their speed, but he's not going to stay on the bike the whole moto, is exactly what he's telling you. It's the maturity beyond his, I don't know, man. Yeah, I got no words.
So I think the paddle tire is going to be the move.
That's interesting too.
So Daytona,
paddle tire,
especially of the last maybe about decade or so, is kind of honestly Tomac's place. He's really good here. You came really close last year. What have you learned about this track over the years? What have you changed up with your direction? Are you one of those guys that tries to test and set up a bike for here, or have you kind of just realized you can't replicate this place?
Yeah, like you said, it's
Koopa.
Eli's been dominant here, so I feel like I've been good as well. Every time I've raced here, I've been on the podium. But yeah, we're racing Eli, which is tough. So,
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, for me, usually we don't go too crazy. We kind of stick to the plan. We'll make some adjustments, but it's definitely a gnarly individual track. Like you said, you can't duplicate it. It seems to still be pretty supercrossy in general, but then you got your gnarly sand sections and some outdoor sections. So it's a tough one for setup. I think it tests everybody, and but more importantly, it's a physical, demanding track. It changes, gets rough, so it definitely suits my style though.
Have you been a guy that's ever tried to really chase a setting here, or have you been able to keep pretty even keeled in the mind and know, yeah, you can get yourself spun out really quick trying to get something dialed for Daytona?
It's hard, man. I think nothing really feels great here, to be honest. So for me, yeah, you have kind of a plan A and a plan B is what we normally do. One's if it's more supercrossy, one's if it's more motocrossy, and yeah, you'll chase it all day if you're trying to perfect it. That's the beauty of Daytona.
This championship so far between yourself, Eli, and Chase, it's just such a back and forth. It doesn't seem like.
I am really curious about this paddle tire. I wonder if everybody's going to run it.
So far between yourself, Eli, and Chase, it's just such a back and forth. It doesn't seem like anyone can get basically two wins in a row, get momentum on the other. Do you see it being like that for a few weeks later, or do you think one of you is finally going to break away, or is it that tough right now?
I sure hope it's me, right? But I think we're so close. It really is anyone's up for grabs. I believe at the moment. We all have the speed, we have the fitness, and we have that the good starts and the racecraft. So it's going to be a gnarly season, and
yep.
I'm excited for it. I feel like I thrive for these situations and really enjoy when we get down the stretch, when it does become more of a mental war game than anything else. So I'm excited, and I think we're in a good spot, and I sure would love to get the momentum and click off 2 in a row.
So even the last couple.
We know we're going to hear about that tomorrow on Race Day Live. Well, Cooper said yesterday he's excited for the mental war game. These other guys better get ready.
And I sure would love to get the momentum and click off 2 in a row.
So even the last couple weeks in press conference, just the races you've had, you seem to be really enjoying it. I know when we spoke preseason, of course last year wasn't that. There wasn't probably that much enjoyment going on. How do you thrive? Like, do you just love the intensity when you have this tight of a battle going between you three? Because I would think more people would be bothered, but every round it gets tighter, you just seem to be more excited.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a competitor, man. I think that's what brings me back. And if I'm not able, last year when I struggled, I wasn't able to win, and it wasn't fun. So for me, that's what's fun about racing. It's the winning and the competitive pressure. That's what I love is having to perform. So for me, that's what I enjoy, and that's why I really do enjoy these tight points. And obviously when you win it definitely is that cherry on top. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, this is what you train for in the off season, is to be prepared for these situations, to go the long stretch, to go maybe down to the wire if needed. But yeah, I just love being in the championship hunt.
So do you buy into the whole...
It's going to the end. It's going to the end. It's going to the end.
Daytona prep week, doing the whole combo track, everything? Or is
okay,
it just
Chase.
Things, no matter what you do, you just can't quite replicate the real deal?
We did this year. I mean, everyone kind of has their own little track layout, but previously on the tracks I've been on, it felt like super slippery. And when you come here, you actually have somewhat good traction. So this year, we actually got some pretty deep sand, and then also mixed in with like really orange clay, which was a really good mixture that held ruts and also had really good traction. So something a little different. We didn't do a lot of changes to the track. Just added that one section and a few rollers, and that was about it. So there's not really much you can try and replicate for this race. It's so unique. So track looks the exact same as last year. So hopefully we can just keep getting better on it. Last year I was not very good in practice, and then I was good for the night show. So build on that.
Is there anything you've really learned about, you haven't done Daytona, or how many times have you between 250 and 450? Like 5 times?
5 times. Yeah.
5 times? Anything you've really learned about this place? Anything that you really have kind of changed your approach on it? Like not spin yourself out trying to chase it too much? Or?
Yeah, because I mean during the day, like I really learned like you could be kind of far off in practice and then come out for the night show and be right there, because practice is just like getting that one perfect lap in the sand. It blows out so many times that you just have to kind of take what you get, and then for the night show it's really just being consistent and not getting stuck into one line, because it changes so much. You have to move around, and for me that's something that I had to learn. The first year I raced here, I came back from injury. This is my first race back, and then last year I was a lot better. So track gets really gnarly, obviously, like all of them, but this one is a little bit of a different animal.
Anything other than the combo track, anything you worked on this week or really focused on?
We did some suspension testing this week. All Tuesday I tested till about 4 o'clock. Got some work with the front end and the rear, so I rode Wednesday after that, and I was really happy with the bike, so hopefully that translates to tomorrow.
Thank you. Nice. You're starting to feel better now you're back east. I know you said when you've been riding more broken down tracks, you realize you need to work on them more. You've been getting a little more comfortable now you've been back here?
For sure. This week was one of my better weeks I've had. I feel back to how I felt before Anaheim won. I feel like after Anaheim, I was like on not a downward spiral.
You kind of had a little peak, a little valley.
I felt like I was just like doing this a lot, and now I feel like I'm on the build back up. So,
hey, perfect time. They say the championship starts at Daytona.
Yeah, we're just kind of getting to the thick of this thing. So now I need to kind of hit my stride and start having some good. I mean,
I had no idea. I knew it was one of the closest, but I watched the pre-show the other day on the SMX channel with Blair and Weege. This is the closest points battle that's ever been in Supercross history coming into Daytona. The closest ever coming into Daytona.
Good races, but we need to really start having some great ones.
I've said this to both Eli and Cooper today. It's really unique. Nobody's broken away out of the three of you. It's been really tough for any of you guys to put together more than one race where you pull points on the other. And at this point, one of you three have to basically step up and make that happen.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, all of us have the same goal. We want to do that. So, for me, I just trying to do me and try and be the best version of myself I can possibly be out there. So, if I can do that, we'll be in a good spot. But for me, I'm just, like I said, trying to get better and better every weekend and not get too close-minded.
So, Jason, being
See, I don't mind that. I don't mind any of that. But the thing that just sticks in my craw. We've had a bunch of good races, but it's time to start having some good races. We've had some good races, but it's time to start having some great races. Yo, you don't think you've been riding ridiculously phenomenal all year long? That's my point, man. All we ever do is beat them down when they make a mistake. But where's the praise for all the amazing world-class riding that we're seeing? Like, I don't know, man. I wish there would be more lifting up of these guys for what they do right, and not so much harping on the one mistake. The one mistake. That can't be, I mean, it's not like that in any other sport. I played football and I raced and I did all of that. In racing, it's all about everything you do wrong. In other sports, it's all about building on what you do well or what you do right. Why is it flip-flopped in moto? I've never understood that, man. I mean, I get it. I get the principle. But I don't know. I just think we should do a lot more building up of all these guys.
SoCal base, maybe not the usual Daytona, let's build a bunch of sand sections next to your Supercross track, I'm guessing. Were you able to do anything this week that really prepared you for this? Or at the same time, is it just one of those things that Daytona is what it is, you can't replicate it?
Yeah, it is what it is. I rode our Supercross track 2 days this week, and that was it. Showed up to press day.
Nice. You like the snow we got this week?
Yeah. Actually, like a lot of people were kind of tripping because like you couldn't ride or anything like Supercross wise, but one of our Supercross tracks was kind of good all week. So I was able to ride normal schedule and be able to get a couple days in and yeah.
Nice. Anything you've really changed in the last week or two approach-wise, or anything you've changed, or just same old, same old?
I mean, obviously, I'm just working on myself, and then our platform and stuff like that. We've changed some things, especially from the beginning of the season. But to be honest, there's not much we've changed in the last few rounds. Just tweaking it here and there, and just trying to make sure we go in the right direction as the days go on.
Are you starting to feel more like yourself on race day? I'm guessing during the week practice tracks you probably click off laps, you probably know what you're capable of. Do you go to the races and do you straight up know, like, man, I'm not riding like I do during the week? Are we getting closer to that, or just with all the incidents, have you felt like you've been riding good all year and it's just been weird things happening?
I feel like Tampa, I was riding really well. I think Oakland, I rode well through the day, and I think I made wrong changes for the night. And then last weekend, I feel like I was riding good. And as far as everything else, I just feel like there's just some things that I just need to work on to be close to those guys. The pace with the front three is really hot right now, and for me, I feel like I'm kind of a fourth guy in no man's land. A lot of as results go, so I think if I can, step it up.
I think he should be. He's fourth in points, but I don't really know that I feel that way. Man, I would love to see Jay pull it together again, man. He's such an awesome dude. One of my favorite riders without a doubt, and he's obviously got the speed. He has the speed. He can say whatever he wants about the front three guys. If you stay up and you get a somewhat decent start, you're just as fast as anybody in the world. I mean, everybody knows that.
And I think last weekend getting in that win and showing my speed right there was a step in the right direction.
I think the sad part is your first moto, I feel like, got really overlooked last week because you and Chase both had to come through the pack a long ways. A lot of the focus on Chase, but you were basically doing the same thing. You were rail off a couple guys a lap. I thought your first moto last week was good.
It was, and it's tough because it's a lot of energy and stuff like that. But it's it was tough.
Chance, is this the last one for your East Coast spree, or how many more we got?
Yeah, this is the last one.
You looking forward to go out with a little bit of a bang tonight, or is it just the same as every other race? Just learn.
I just don't get it, man. Honda, why? I don't understand. I don't understand. I could go off for 20 minutes about this, man. I don't effing get it. I don't get it. The kid has been showing nothing but maturity, been learning every single round, been getting better every single round. You really think you're going to go challenge for a title in your rookie outdoor season? Is that really the thought? So we're going to leave Supercross to Daytona and then go get ready for outdoors. For what? Why? He's ridden outdoors his entire life. This is where he needs to learn. This is where he needs to get better. Practice tracks are great. It's awesome for fitness, for repetition and muscle memory. It's great. You won't find a single person wearing a helmet at Daytona this weekend that would tell you there's any better practice than being on that gate, getting gate drops, getting first turns, getting the full moto in, learning how to deal with the track as it breaks down. There's going to be all these tracks that he's never been to. I don't get it. I don't get it. Man, that bums me out. Oh, that bums me out. It makes no sense to me at all. Look at what Hayden is doing. Look at what Talon is doing. Chance, what? Oh, man. Anyways, that is one of the stupidest things I've heard.
Is this the last one for your East Coast spree, or how many more we got?
Yeah, this is the last one.
You looking forward to go out with a little bit of a bang tonight, or is it just the same as every other race? Just learn, log laps, or?
No, I want to go out with a bang this one. I mean, I don't want to end like I did last week, or I don't want to be eighth. I want to keep building. I want to be up there with those guys. So I want to go out with a bang.
Nice. So after this weekend, just full steam ahead with outdoors?
Yep.
Nice. What have you learned so far the most in Supercross? Is there anything that's really kind of caught you off guard, or you just did not expect?
I mean, the speed's high, intensity's high, but I mean, these guys are men. I mean, you gotta ride like them. Gotta be aggressive. It's a lot different than racing at an amateur level, but it's been a good experience.
Supercross track is tough. I mean, it's for anybody that's never run a it's so narrow compared to anything else you ride. Any little miscue, somebody can launch sideways, basically. Amateur racing can be a little rough sometimes, but pro racing, like that intensity, like I said, they're men, they're going to be aggressive, but at the same time, is it pretty surprising how much you can trust some of these dudes on Supercross track? Did that take a little bit getting used to, like how close you guys will literally be through rhythm sections?
Yeah, it definitely is kind of crazy. I mean, we can literally be we can be like this far from each other, and like we're still going straight. No one's running into each other mid rhythm. But I mean, I've ran into this a couple sketchy moments with people cross jumping, but like it's racing. It is what it is.
Did it take you a little while first? Like, did you find yourself being tentative when that happened, or have you been able to grasp it pretty quickly and be like, no, I can push through these situations?
Probably I was being a little tentative. I mean, it's just like I've never been in that scenario. So
Right. And now there's going to be dozens and dozens of other never been in situations that you could have experienced that you're just And I'm not talking to Chase. I'm talking to Honda. What are we doing? HRC. Why? Dude, this kid has such a bright future. This is a golden opportunity. Absolutely no expectations, zero expectations. Now he's going to go race one of the gnarliest tracks in the circuit, and he has this pressure on himself to go out with a bang. I don't like the way that sounds. That's not the goal. That shouldn't be the goal. Oh, I don't get it. Why? Man, that pisses me off, dude. He will never get this opportunity again. It will never be your rookie year again. This is it. Next year when he comes to A1 or Houston, whichever, like, the pressure's on. Okay, you experienced, you learned, you just did a full outdoor season. All right, it's time to go show what you can do. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm off it. But this really pisses me off, just as a fan wanting to see all these kids succeed and reach their potential. You are just voluntarily walking away from a golden opportunity for one of the brightest amateurs that's come up in a while. I mean, honestly.
Needed to, get past the point like I was, almost scared, I needed to get past that point and just erase them. I mean, if we run into each other, we run into each other. It is what it is. But like it's just a different level of racing that a lot of people, I don't think they understand how much different it is. So that's a fact. Trying to get used to it, and I feel like I've adapted pretty well to it. But obviously, I still need to be better. But from at least where I started, I'm better.
Seems like this.
And you could be twice as much better.
Last week might have been one of the first times that being in Arizona would have had an advantage. It snowed out in our neck of the woods. Was any better in your neck of the world?
It was really good. It had rained Sunday after Dallas, and everything was awesome. Dirt was great. Got some really good days of riding in, but after I left that Wednesday night, it actually snowed in Phoenix and in Scottsdale and all around.
What is happening in the world?
Staying on the ground. So yeah, the weather kind of hit there pretty crazy, and glad I got out of there.
What's it been like stepping in? You're a veteran, but stepping into this situation, the pressure, how's it been the last couple rounds? Has it been tougher than you expected to maybe get going this season, or what's been kind of the biggest challenge for you?
Yeah, I think the biggest challenge is obviously just getting such a late start. Obviously I got the call from Mitch, and very late. I think the Friday before the first round, like a week before the first round. So obviously I knew kind of going into it I'd be behind the 8 ball, obviously, and trying to play catch up with everyone that has obviously had months of preparation. And I think our main goal is just to make improvements every week and every weekend with the results, and we're doing that. So it's been a little tough and a little frustrating at times because I want to be up there more, but I know it's going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of a process. So being older, I know that, and trying not to rush it and grenade myself. So it's been a lot of fun in the meantime.
Has it been tough during the week to balance what to work on, whether it's the bike, whether it's sprints, whether it's just getting laps and fitness under your belt? What have you been prioritizing?
Yeah, I think at first we were trying just to get the bike handling really good, suspension-wise. Ergonomically, I think we made a couple small adjustments at the very beginning and was very happy with that from here on out. So, yeah, it's just a matter of just getting laps in, getting used to the intensity, the race pace, and try to just get the fitness better. And
seat time and gate drops. Seat time and gate drops. There is nothing you can do to replicate either of them. Talking to you, Honda.
That's happening. So it's going to take a little bit of time and to be where exactly I want to be, but we're making improvements every weekend, so happy with that.
I mean, just think, look, I'm sorry to harp on it, man. I don't know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me. Feel free to let me know if you don't. But what are we doing? I just don't understand. Like, we have East-West showdowns, 2 of them. We've got another speedway track on the East Coast schedule. All these things that he's gonna have never experienced just by missing out on the rest of. I don't know. It makes no sense to me at all, and it's frustrating as a fan of the sport. And like I said, somebody that just wants to see all these kids do well and reach their potential. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. He'll be able to do it next year, but I don't know, man. I just feel like if you are able to get every lap in from this season as Chance, as Hayden, as Talon, if you can get every lap in, regardless of position, if you can get every gate drop and see every checkered flag, bro, that puts you in such an amazing position for outdoors. Gate drops and seat time, it's absolutely a completely different sport, but the gate drops and seat time still mean something. They mean everything. And then for next Supercross season, lining up the difference in confidence. Now he's going to have this huge time gap between the last time he raced Supercross and the beginning of next season. I just don't understand it. I know there's money and there's all these different things involved. I don't care. You're effing Honda. You are HRC Honda. Figure it out, dude. There's no way that's Chance's decision. There's no way that's what Chance wants to do. If it is, I would love to know why. I would love to know why, but I don't believe that. I highly doubt it's Chance that doesn't want to keep racing. I don't know, man. Let me know what you guys think, but we're in for a gnarly weekend. We are in for a gnarly weekend. I think the 450 class, that race is going to be brutal. The 250 class is going to be much like last weekend. Who can stay on 2 wheels? That's what I see. Very interested to see how the paddle tire plays out. I'm interested to see if Deegs and everybody else stays to that mindset where they keep it on for the night show. I do think in qualifying it's a great idea, but I don't know. I don't know, man. There's nothing quite like Daytona Supercross. Nothing quite like it. Let me know what you guys think. I'm excited to watch the race with y'all tomorrow, and I'll see you there, man. Until then, peace.